Good morning, Mark Soderberg with ADM Investor Services with your morning ag market update. Well, soaring energy prices continue to drive strength across the agricultural markets as well. The inflationary implications from higher energy costs is fueling speculative buying. Spot crude oil still up about $10 a barrel at 101. That is well off the overnight highs, however, peaking just below $120 a barrel, and that is about $10 below the highs from 2022, near $130 a barrel. Prices have backed off as G7 nations are considering tapping their strategic reserves. Spot RBOB above $3 a barrel. Now we've backed down just below that, but we did trade above $3 for the first time since 2022, while spot heating oil also hit a 3.5-year high. Friday's Commitment of Traders report showed money managers bought just over 57,000 contracts across the soybean complex, extending their long position across the three futures to 336,000 contracts. That's a 3-year high. Money managers also bought about 67,000 contracts of corn, flipping that position back around to net long 53,000 contracts. Tomorrow, USDA WASDE report, expect very little changes in U.S. ending stocks. Weather-wise, rains have brought pretty significant relief to much of Argentina's growing areas here in the last month or so, the exception being the southern, southeastern Buenos Aires. Overall, climate there is expected to hold in a drier than normal pattern for the next week to 10 days. Beneficial rains also expected to fall across southern Brazil over the next couple of weeks. Central areas around Mato Grosso do Sul and Paraná still in need of some soaking rain ahead of their the end of their monsoonal season here in April. Good rains continue to ease drought concerns across the central and eastern corn belts here in the U.S. Scattered rains at best, however, for the western corn belt and the southwest plains. U.S. dollar is up a little bit. The U.S. stock indices, stock futures there are down about 1%. May corn holding about a nickel better here at 466, that after hitting a 10-month high overnight. Dees corn also peaked just below $5 a barrel right now, up 6 cents at 490.5. I look for a 25 million bushel cut in corn used for the production of ethanol, raising ending stocks by a like amount. Mato Grosso corn plantings there reached 94%. That's just shy of the 96% pace from a year ago. And the beans holding about 13 to 14 cents better. Oil is, meal has now backed off to about unchanged, while bean oil prices are still up 135 points. Bean oil looks to close higher now for an 11th consecutive session. Spot crush margins, they're up another nickel here. I calc them at $2.34 a bushel, and that's the highest since October of 2023. The bean oil product value holding near its all-time highs here, just below 52%. U.S. Treasury Secretary Bessent and Ambassador Greer, they're expected to meet with Chinese trade officials in Paris this upcoming weekend ahead of President Trump's visit to Beijing, expected at the end of this month and into early April. While I do think we're unlikely to see any additional Chinese purchases here ahead of this meeting, and unlikely as prices remain $1 to $1.25 above Brazilian offers here into the summer months. I expect no changes to the export forecast. I do look for crush up 10 million bushels, dropping ending stocks to 340 million bushels. Wheat prices up 5 to 9 cents here. That Chicago futures did jump out to the highest level since June of last year, and jumping to 11-month high in Kansas City. Look for easing in drought conditions here across the U.S. Algeria is in for 50,000 metric tons of soft wheat in a tender that closes tomorrow. Thanks for listening, everyone. Have a great day.